Hey there, retro gaming fans, welcome back to the channel, where we dive into the pixelated past to unearth some of the greatest treasures from gaming history. I'm Professor Retro, and today we're journeying back to the golden age of Nintendo Entertainment System to uncover some of the best hidden gems. These are the games that might have flown under the radar but deserve a spot in your collection. From overlooked platformers and action-packed adventures to quirky puzzle games and RPGs, we've got a lineup that'll make you want to dust off your old NES and start playing. So grab your controllers, get ready, because we're about to dive into the best NES hidden gems you need to know. So let's get started. Rainbow Island is a sequel to the classic game Bubble Bobble, which brings back our favorite bubble-blowing heroes, Bub and Bob. But this time they've traded their bubble for rainbows and adventures that is colorful as it is captivating. The core mechanic of the game is using rainbows as both a weapon and a platform. You create rainbows to defeat enemies, collect items, and reach higher platforms. This unique gameplay twist adds a strategic layer that's both fun and challenging. The controls are rather simple. The D-pad moves you left and right, the B button shoots the rainbows, and the A button jumps. The game consists of 7 islands, each with its own unique theme and set of enemies. As you progress, you'll find yourself dodging a variety of foes, from bouncing slimes to flying bats, all the while mastering the arts of rainbow creation. At the end of each island, you face off against the boss. These battles require quick thinking and precise rainbow placement, making for some intense and satisfying showdowns. Visually, Rainbow Islands is a treat. The vibrant colored graphics and whimsical enemy designs are a joy to behold, especially for a game from the 8-bit era. The music, while repetitive, is catchy and fits the lighthearted tone of the game perfectly. Overall, Rainbow Islands is a delightful and innovative platformer that deserves more recognition. Its unique mechanics, colorful presentation, and challenging gameplay make it a must-play for NES enthusiasts of all ages, and fans of retro gaming alike. If you haven't experienced the magic of Rainbow Islands yet, now is the perfect time to dive in and start your rainbow-filled adventure. Kickle Cubicle was released in 1990 by Irem, the same company behind the famous R-Type series. Unlike their action-packed shooters, Kickle Cubicle is a delightful puzzle game that combines strategic thinking with whimsical design. You play as Kickle, a brave little hero with the power to freeze enemies and create ice blocks. Your goal is to rescue the inhabitants of the fantasy kingdom who have been trapped in ice by the evil Wizard King. The game features a series of islands, each with its own unique challenges and puzzles. You'll need to use Kickle's freeze ability to create paths, block enemies, and reach the magical red dream bags that free the trapped villagers. The controls are simple. The D-pad moves you left and right and up and down. The A button creates and moves ice pillars. The B button freezes enemies and moves them, and it is also a hammer. Let's not forget the replay value. With over 40 stages to conquer and plenty of secrets to uncover, Kickle Cubicle offers hours of entertainment. It's a game that challenges your mind while providing a satisfying sense of accomplishment with each puzzle solved. Overall, Kickle Cubicle is a hidden gem on the NES that deserves more recognition. Its blend of charming visuals, engaging puzzle, and delightful gameplay makes it a must-play for any retro gaming enthusiast. If you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend giving it a go. Monster Party, released by Bandai in 1989, tells the story of a young boy named Mark, who is approached by a gargoyle-like creature named Bert. Bert needs Mark's help to save the world from evil monsters with the promise of a reward. Mark agrees to join him. The game begins with Mark and Bert merging together, giving Mark the ability to transform into Bert at certain points in the game. This transformation is key, as it allows players to utilize Bert's flying ability and powerful projectiles. Monster Party is a side-scrolling platformer with 8 unique themed levels. Each level is filled with strange and often humorous enemies like dancing zombies, mad-eating plants, and even a killer tempura shrimp. This game's quirky sense of humor is one of the most enduring qualities. The controls are simple. The D-pad moves you left and right. However, if you press right down diagonal or left down diagonal, you will be able to crawl forwards or backwards. Pressing up allows you to enter rooms, and down allows you to lie down. The bosses in Monster Party are particularly memorable. You face off against a variety of weird and wacky foes, such as a giant spider, a talking onion ring, and a punk rock mommy. Each boss battle requires different strategies, keeping the gameplay fresh and engaging. Overall, Monster Party is a fascinating and fun entry into the NES library. Its unique blend of humor and horror, combined with its imaginative enemy and boss design, make it a game worth checking out for any retro gaming enthusiast. If you're looking for something a little different from the usual NES fare, give Monster Party a try. You won't be disappointed. Originally released in 1983 by Broderbund, but it made its way to the NES in 1984. Load Run stands out from the rest with its unique blend of action and puzzle-solving element. So what makes Load Run a must-play on the NES? Well, the premise of Load Runner is simple, yet engaging. You play as a stick-figure protagonist with collecting all of the gold at each level while avoiding capture by relentless enemies known as bungling Empire guards. The twist? You can't jump. Instead, you dig holes into the ground to trap enemies or create new paths. Here are your controls. Pressing left or right moves you exactly that, left or right. Up climbs ladders, down climbs down ladders, or jumps off the handbar. The A button drills a hole on the right side of you, and the B button drills a hole on the left side of you. Each of the 150 levels is a unique puzzle. You need to plan your moves carefully, timing your digs to perfection and outsmarting the enemies. The game gradually increases in difficulty, introducing more complex layouts and faster, more intelligent enemies. It's a true test of your strategic thinking and reflexes. Now yes, graphically Load Runner may not blow you away with a simple and minimalist style, but it gets the job done. The controls are tight and responsive, which is crucial for a game that demands precision. The music and sound effects, while repetitive, are iconic and fit the game's theme perfectly. Load Runner is one of those games that perfectly captures the easy-to-learn yet hard-to-master mantra. It's a challenging, addictive, and rewarding experience that still holds up today. Whether you're a puzzle enthusiast or a platformer fan, this game has something for you. Developed by Takeru and released by Teo in 1992, Little Samson is a platformer that has gained a cult following over the years. Let's explore why this game is a must-play for any NES enthusiast. At first glance, Little Samson might not look like a typical platformer, but it's packed with unique features that set it apart. The game starts with an evil prince named Takid breaking free from his magical seal, threatening the land of Tamara. The king sends his best warrior to stop Takid, and this is where our adventure begins. One of Little Samson's standout features is his character switching mechanic. You control 4 different characters, each with unique abilities. 1. Little Samson, the alleged hero who can climb walls and throw bells as weapons. Kekara the dragon, capable of fighting and shooting fireballs. Gam the golem, a powerhouse with high defense and the ability to walk on spikes. And KO the mouse, tiny, quick, and able to squeeze through tight spaces and drop bombs. And here are your controls. The D-pad moves you left, right, up, and down. The A button lets you jump to the character, and B launches an attack from your current character. The level design in Little Samson is top-notch, offering a perfect blend of challenge and creativity. Each stage is meticulously crafted to make the most of your character's ability. The bosses are memorable and require you to think strategically about which character to use. What really makes Little Samson shine is its polished gameplay and stunning visuals. The controls are tight and responsive, making platforming a joy. The graphics are some of the best on the NES, with vibrant colors and detailed sprites that bring the world of Tamara to life. Despite its excellence, Little Samson, however, did fly under the radar upon its release, making it a rare and valuable collector's item today. If you get a chance to play it, whether on an original cartridge or through emulation, don't pass it up. It's a hidden gem that truly deserves its legendary status. Cowboy Kid is one of the rarest NES titles that didn't receive much attention upon its release, but has since garnished a dedicated following among retro gaming enthusiasts. Developed by Sunsoft and released in 1991, this action platformer combines Western themes with challenging gameplay, making it a true hidden gem of the NES library. At its core, Cowboy Kid is an action platformer that puts you in the boots of a young boy named Billy on a quest to save his hometown from the notorious outlaw Black Bart. The game features a mix of side-scrolling levels and overhead view stages, offering a variety in gameplay. You play Billy, who is equipped with a little trusty lasso and a six-shooter, which can be upgraded by collecting power-ups throughout the level. The controls are tight and responsive, with a satisfying jump and shoot mechanic that will remind players of classics like Mega Man. Each level is filled with obstacles, enemies, and hidden secrets that encourage exploration and replayability. For an NES game, Cowboy Kid boasts impressive graphics. The spray work is detailed with vibrant colors that bring the Wild West setting to life. Each level is distinct, from dusty desert towns to dark, eerie mines. The character animations are smooth, adding to the overall polished feel of the game. However, Cowboy Kid is not for the faint of heart. The game is known for its challenging difficulty, with precise platform sections and tough enemy patterns. Boss battles, in particular, require memorization and quick reflexes. However, the difficulty is fair. With practice, players can overcome the game's toughest challenges. One of the standout features of Cowboy Kid is its replay value. With multiple paths to some levels and hidden items to discover, there's plenty of reason to revisit the game. Additionally, the game includes a password system, allowing players to continue their progress without starting from scratch. Cowboy Kid is a shining example of an NES hidden gem. Its challenging gameplay, impressive graphics, and memorable soundtrack make it a must-play for fans of retro gaming. While it may not have the same recognition as some of the most famous NES titles, it stands out on its own with a fantastic and rewarding experience. So if you're looking for a game that combines the charm of a classic western with the challenge of old-school platformers, Cowboy Kid is definitely worth your time. Released in 1989 by Chemical, Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle is a classic example of an early puzzle platformer that brought our favorite cartoon characters into the gaming world. You play as Bugs Bunny on a mission to rescue his beloved Honey Bunny. The objective is simple: guide Bugs through various multi-room levels, collecting all the carrots while avoiding enemies like Sylvester, Daffy Duck, and Yosemite Sam. The gameplay is straightforward but challenging. One thing: you can't jump. So you have to rely on your wits to outsmart your foes. You'll find yourself using stairs, pipes, and doors to navigate the castle and evade the baddie. Each level becomes a strategic puzzle requiring capable planning and quick reflexes. The controls are simple and intuitive, making it easy for players of all ages to pick up and play. The D-pad moves Bugs Bunny around, and to also enter stairs that come up on higher levels, and both A and B fire the boxing glove once you have it. However, don't let its simplicity fool you. Some of the later levels can be quite tricky. The game's difficulty ramps up nicely, with new enemies and obstacles introduced as you progress. The level design keeps things fresh, though it can get repetitive after a while. The graphics are colorful and true to the Looney Tunes aesthetic, and the music, while repetitive, has a catchy, nostalgic charm. So overall, Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle is a delightful trip down memory lane. It may not be the most complex or groundbreaking game on the NES, but it's a fun and challenging experience that captures the spirit of the Looney Tunes universe. If you're a fan of puzzle platformers or just looking for a nostalgic romp, give this game a try. So let's finish this up with 3D World Runner. Developed by Square and published by Acclaim in 1987, 3D World Runner is a unique entry into the NES library, known as a pioneering for 3D-like graphics. The game offers a mix of platforming and shooting elements that sets it apart from other titles of its time. While it didn't achieve the same fame as some other NES classics, it remains a hidden gem worth exploring. You can control Jack, the protagonist, as he runs through various alien worlds in search of his missing comrades. The gameplay combines elements of auto-scrolling platformers and third-person shooters. As Jack runs forward automatically, players must navigate obstacles, jump over gaps, and shoot at enemies. The game is divided into 8 worlds, each filled with unique challenges and enemies. The goal is to reach the end of each stage and defeat the boss, which adds a layer of excitement and variety to the gameplay. The controls are simple and responsive, making it easy for players to jump, shoot, and dodge with precision. And here are the controls. Pressing left or right moves you in that direction. Pressing up speeds you up. Pressing down slows you down. Pressing A causes you to jump. However, if you need to do a longer jump, press up and then A. Pressing B fires missiles. One of the standout features of 3D World Runner is its graphics. For an NES game, it employs a pseudo 3D perspective that gives the illusion of depth and movement. This was quite impressive for its time and showcased Square's innovative approach to game design. Now, just like Rad Racer, 3D World Runner has a 3D mode. To access this, just press the select button and press again to get back to 2D. 3D World Runner is known for its challenging gameplay. The combination of fast-paced running, precise jumping, and shooting can be a demand, especially in later levels where the difficulty ramps up significantly. However, the game offers a fair challenge that rewards practice and perseverance. In a way, 3D World Runner reminds me of the first level of Aztec Challenge on the C64, but without arrows being thrown at you from left to right. Despite its innovative gameplay and impressive graphics, 3D World Runner didn't gain the same level of recognition as other titles. However, it remains a fascinating part of gaming history and a testament to the creativity of early game design. For retro game enthusiasts, it offers a unique and rewarding experience that stands the test of time. Even though 3D World Runner may not be as well known as some other NES classics, it's still a unique blend of platforming and shooting, along with its pioneering use of 3D-like graphics, makes it a hidden gem worth playing. Whether you're a longtime fan of retro games or new to the NES library, 3D World Runner is a game that deserves your attention. And that wraps up our journey through the best hidden gems of the NES. I hope you discovered some new favorites to add to your gaming collection. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow retro gaming enthusiasts. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What are your favorite NES hidden gems? Did I miss any that you think should be on this list? And with that, I'm Professor Retro telling you to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you never miss out on any of my other future videos. I've got a lot more retro gaming content coming your way, so stay tuned. I'm Professor Retro, thanking you for watching, and until next time, keep those controllers ready, your consoles turned on, and game on, saying peace out and stay frosty.